Good morning. My name is Noah Greenfield. I have been asked to resend a video of myself giving a Divar Torah. Forgive the rush fashion of this video. I'm in a bit of a rush this morning. Here is a Divar Torah on Jerusalem. A beautiful midrashic story provides us with a teleology of Jerusalem as God's chosen city. Two brothers, one a bachelor and the other married with children, decide to plant a field together and to divide the harvest evenly between them. Late one sleepless night, each brother worries about the other. The bachelor worries that his brother, who has a wife and kids to feed, receives only 50% of the harvest. The husband, on the other hand, worries that his single brother must be lonely and hopes that some grain will provide his poor brother some joy. They both sneak off into the night with a sack of grain over their respective shoulders to surreptitiously deliver their gift, only to wake up to the surprise that their own surplus has not been depleted. These late-night missions and early morning amazements continue for some time, until one fateful evening, the two brothers collide under a moonlit hilltop, discover each other's identity and the answer to the mysterious mornings, and embrace lovingly. It was on that hilltop, later to be called Moriah, at that very moment, that God chose to build his temple. That is how Jerusalem came to be. No doubt, a beautiful tale of brotherly love. But let us look deeper. Without mitigating the power and poignancy of that midnight embrace, does it not seem odd that God's reaction is so sentimental? Why is God making such a big deal of this brotherly love? Indeed, the challenges of brotherhood are universal. If this is not obvious to you, the history of brotherhood in the book of Genesis should make it clear. After all, the first brothers in history, Cain and Abel, end their relationship in fratricide. That means all of humanity are the progeny of a fratricidal murderer. Brotherhood continues along these bloody lines and takes on a mythic, international twist. The strained relationship between Isaac and Ishmael has become, in the eyes of the rabbis, symbolic of the historic relationship between Jews and Islam. The dark past of Jacob and Esau, too, was seen by the rabbis as foreshadowing the domination of the church over the people Israel. If only these two brothers, Rome and Mecca, would meet over the hilltops of Jerusalem in love and affection, how different history would have been. The ultimate betrayal of brotherhood finalizes towards the end of Genesis, when the tribal brothers sell Joseph into slavery. Brotherhood, then, is also a Jewish problem. Perhaps we can now understand why God was so overjoyed by the midnight embrace. Brotherhood, since its inception, is so fragile, so dangerous, that two Canaanite brothers who get along, let alone care for one another, are worth momentous celebration. If those brothers had been Japanese, the Jerusalem temple would be in Tokyo. But one more quick point. This midrashic story is, in fact, not a midrash at all. It is Israeliyat, part of a genre of Islamic legends about pre-Muhammadan Islam. How did this Islamic legend become part of the midrashic corpus? Perhaps as development of the ultimate reconciliation between Joseph and his brothers in Egypt. The next pair of brothers that appear in the Torah's narrative are Moses and Aaron, two of the most accomplished human beings ever. What a fruitful fraternity. Moses brought the Jewish people to God, V'shachanti b'tocham, and Aaron, became the father and leader of the Kohanim, the priests. In other words, the union of these two brothers planted the seeds for the Jerusalem temple. The tremendous synergy of brotherhood brings God into the world. It is stirringly beautiful that we, as a nation, chose to take this universal message of brotherhood, even though, and perhaps especially because it is an Islamic midrash, and make it the foundation of Jerusalem. May we one day create a Jerusalem that reflects the fraternity and brotherly love its founders discovered there upon that moonlit hilltop. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day.